Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Memes of the Week. The best thing you can do for this channel is beat that like button like it owes you money before watching this, so it reaches a wider audience. Also, before I get on with the memes, first a word from today's sponsor, the MGTOW Book Collection Part 2. Whether you're getting camel toe in Cambodia, banging babes in burqas in Turkey, or taking Polaroids of ladyboys in Thailand, Luca Vendetti has a series of books to make you live the dream. His new 3-booklet series includes How to Live on $500 a Month in Cambodia, Turkey, and Vietnam, in addition to his classic How to Retire on $200K in Southeast Asia. He also has the MGTOW book. Visit MGTOWbooks.com and use the promo code Sandman to get 10% off. Now available in 4 formats: PDF, Mobi for Kindle, EPUB, and text-to-speech MP3. Sponsor link is down below. And now on with the memes. Number 1, Elizabeth Olsen stuns with a new picture. Yes, forehead bangs for when the forehead wrinkles start showing up, and she hits the wall. She's 35 now and doesn't look stunning at all. She looks like she hit the wall. She better hurry up and have kids with her husband Robbie Arnett, or he might replace her with a younger model. Tick-tock goes the biological clock, and in another 5 years it'll become almost impossible to conceive. Do you see the fear in her eyes? Up next is the difference between Lesbos in Corn and Lesbos in real life. Why do they always have such square glasses and look like Mark Cuban? Are they wearing them to convey that they're smart by wearing dorky-looking glasses? Maybe they need them because they can't find their partner's bearded clams or something. Brie Larson also recently debuted her new short haircut, and all she needs is a pair of these thick glasses, and then she too can join the Lesbos Club. Number 3, Justin looks like he's getting ready for his new gig after he's done being the Prime Minister. Less than 300 days now. I really hope that once he loses his status, all the people he sexually harassed while in office start to flood the courts with sexual misconduct charges. What do you see when you see this picture? I see a girly man and not a manly man. How many of you are predicting that this is foreshadowing for this future version of Justin? Sorry, I mean Justine. Moving on, Andrew Tate explains why men are losing interest in marriage and relationships. Women used to be loyal virgins, and the man provided lifelong protection and provision. Then men haven't changed and women have. Not to mention women don't need provision and protection anymore because they have their own careers. So they can afford to be 304s with 100 plus notch counts because they still get their physical needs met. It's only when they get old and no one wants to be with them do they realize that there won't be a man there to meet those emotional needs. Number 5, I can't wait for the day when someone makes this Disney parody called Blacked as a spicy film for using AI. I'm looking forward to this one. She could be singing and dancing 1 minute and gobbling down schwing-schwangs the next. I'm going to call it and say that we will be seeing naughty animated films like this in another 5 years. Up next is Very Large Woman says that RFK doesn't know anything about health. And of course she looks like she does, doesn't she? LOL. What I want to know is how she's still alive. She's probably got fatty liver disease, clogged arteries, high blood pressure, and so much more. Taking health advice from a land whale is like taking money advice from a homeless person. Meanwhile, here's the former Minister of Health in Belgium. Looks like fatties want to change the rules so they don't have to lose weight. Number 7, meet the camel toe teacher. She was arrested for having a relationship with a 16-year-old student. On top of that, the kid's father was arrested for failing to report their relationship to the authorities. So now they're going after the kid's parents too. I'm sure his mother knew about this, but it was only the father that's going to get punished. And of course the father will get more time than the camel toe teacher. I wonder why they call her that in the first place. Moving on, Richard Cooper says that generally women treat men like a job, and they're always open to a new one with higher pay that offers more benefits. So does that mean men should treat women like car leases, trading for a newer model when the miles rack up? I don't have it in me to be ruthless like that around women, so I stay single instead. It's also better for my productivity, emotional, and mental health. Women are hypergamous, and men like myself are not. We typically stick around with the same woman, and eventually she gets comfortable and abuses and disrespects us. Number 9 is Jinx, and she's upset because men ask her if she can cook. She fires back by asking, "Can you build a house?" Most men can cook better than women just by following the recipe videos on YouTube. What's women's excuse besides being lazy? Most men don't even care if a woman can cook these days. Most men just don't want a woman that'll spend him into the poorhouse and drive him crazy. Push comes to shove, I could build a house better than she can cook. Up next is a vet telling a great white shark after it ate African migrants as they tried to cross into Italy. I guess shark AIDS is now a thing. My heart goes out to Sharky here. I would console him by saying that if Magic Johnson has lived for 30 years, you can too. I'm sure he won't be eating Ethiopian food ever again. This kind of reminds me of that comic where Dracula bit an alphabet person and was hospitalized with HIV+. I'm glad he has such caring friends like Frankenstein, the werewolf, and the mummy. Number 11, Meghan Markle releases a statement after a solo Thanksgiving appearance that the two of them are supposedly separating professionally. How long before their relationship is over entirely? If you want to know how powerful love is, then just remember that Prince Harry turned on his entire family for this floozy. Dostoevsky once said that the worst sin is to betray yourself for nothing. He betrayed himself for the love pharmacy in his own mind. Moving on, South Korea is offering $38,000 for people to get married and have kids, due to the catastrophic fertility rate in the country. But this won't work because it's not even enough money to cover the average wedding these days. The divorce will wreck men. It's not worth it. Hungary is offering any woman having 4 kids or more to never have to pay income tax again. I wonder if I had 4 sons through surrogacy and more there, if they would actually go for it for me. I would totally do it if they got rid of the income tax. Number 13, Black China deleted her Lonely Fools. That was bringing in millions, got baptized, got the implants, tattoos, and fillers removed. Now she just has to give all the money back if she's serious. I suspect she's just doing this so she can erase her past and find a man that won't know anything about her online sexual history. God works in mysterious ways. You can commit enough sin to make yourself wealthy and then ask for forgiveness and get it. Maybe that's why Christianity became so popular. You could be an immoral criminal today and repent tomorrow, and you're still a good moral person, ready to go into heaven. Up next is a single mom looking for a photo editor that'll remove her daughter from photos because she's scaring the cattle away. She probably sees men as dumb animals that she can manipulate. With a hiney like that, she's probably not wrong about most guys being simps. Also, don't they have free photo editors on smartphones these days? She's probably just too lazy to figure them out. On the bright side, at least she didn't burn the coal. I feel bad for her daughter. She'll turn out just like her. Number 15, some people think that we should ban corn. Rubbing one out for 15 minutes every other day provides post-nut clarity and prevents you from making a mistake by marrying a bad woman. Besides, it also keeps women from having a full monopoly on men's sexual release. Traditional people on the right want to ban it because it forces men to marry and their wives are more likely to vote for the right. Besides, banning doesn't work for any vice that humans have. Moving on, Tommy Sotomayor asked the question, if black women are the most educated group in the USA, then why are their children the least educated group? Because having credentials, i.e. diplomas, doesn't make you intelligent or educated. Plus, how many such women are only being let into university because of DEI programs? But I think this is wrong in that Asian and vanilla women are the most educated group in America. Number 17, what spaces did women take from men? Pretty much all of them, because women need to control all spaces or they go nuts worrying about what is being said in them about them in secret. Women will of course gaslight us and say that all spaces are male spaces because of my patriarchy. The only spaces I can think of that are almost exclusively male are the wilderness where men hunt and fish. You don't see the proud owners of bearded clams clamoring to get into those even though they're filled with bears now, do you? Up next are most high-value women doomed. Yes, they are, because they price themselves out of the markets. This one filters out 99.99% of guys that she meets. And just for the record, any woman following the female dating strategy Reddit is not a high-value woman. The better question to ask is, have you ever met a woman who didn't believe that she was high-value herself, or entitled to a high-value man? A 50-year-old female doctor thinks that she's high-value. She's not. Number 19, I don't care who you are, but nobody has 56 friends just end themselves. There's a reason that the Clintons are nicknamed the Killins. Can you imagine what the last 8 years would have been like under her as president? Does anyone remember Vince here? He was going to testify against Hillary, but instead ended himself in the park bench by pew-pewing himself in the back of the noggin. Moving on, here's forbidden knowledge when you're an adult, but acceptable social conditioning when you're a child. Boys invent things and girls use things that boys invent. Grown women say this isn't true because women invent things too, like the game of Monopoly and the chocolate chip cookie. A woman also invented Kevlar, no less. And no one is denying that they're actually female inventors. What we're talking about is averages. According to women's logic, They will see every road and building around them and still wonder if they need a man. Number 21, this OF star boasted that she had sex with 250 barely legal teens and has now been revealed to be transgender. Correction, she now has had sex with 250 barely legal gay guys. She's probably got the bottom surgery too. Remember to always keep the lights on and check under the hood before sticking it in. Maybe only a male virgin could mistake a fake vajayjay for a real one. Then again, maybe they have poor eyesight and didn't notice her cigar. Up next, South Korea's fertility rate keeps on falling. And this is the future of the West that no one is talking about. There are two solutions here: Brave New World or Handmaid's Tale. I prefer Brave New World, and most people haven't even accurately diagnosed the problem yet. We need to find a solution that doesn't take women's rights away, but allows men to become single fathers of sons while the female population crashes to around 5 to 10% of where it is today, and where most women then get paid multiple six figures to carry babies each year. Number 23, when you look at this, what do you see? It's like she's screaming out, "I'm fat and ugly. Give me attention. Any attention. Even if it's negative because everyone keeps on ignoring me." Something tells me she won't be one of those 10% women that'll survive to pass down her future genes. Unless, of course, she passes them down with Ray Ray and Pookie. I also think that someone forgot to put the My 600-Pound title on this picture. Moving on, do you prefer feminine women or those with muscles? Well, that all depends on their availability. If they're both available, then I want both. Just kidding. Obviously, I want the feminine one, but with the amount of juice the one on the right has, she's probably going to do whatever you want, whenever you want. Number 25 and the last one, Terry Hatcher says that dating at 59 is just not fun anymore. She's been single for 20 years and way post-wall. If she couldn't find a third husband in her 40s with a net worth of $50 million as a single mother, then there's something wrong with her. She probably wanted it all, and now she's going to be alone for life. Older women can have half a dozen kids, but if they don't have a man by their side to torment, their mind tortures itself. So that's it for another Memes of the Week. Please give this video a like to push it up in the algorithm, and so new viewers can find it. If you enjoy this series and want me to keep making it, then donate at the PayPal and Subscribe Star links below. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers.